This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace.
Last year, I went through many different life changes. I needed to take a pause and examine how I was feeling in the inside to better show up for the ones who need me to be my best version of myself.
When you're navigating life's changes, Talkspace can help. Talkspace is the #1 rated online therapy, bringing you professional support from licensed therapists and psychiatry providers that you can access anytime, anywhere.
Living a busy life, navigating a long-distance relationship, becoming a first-step father, Talkspace made all of those journeys possible. I could speak with my therapist in the office. I could speak with my therapist in the comfort of my home. I was never alone.
Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance, no problem. Now get $80 off your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. And we're back, 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 and we're back. It's raining in Los Angeles, Deborah. Why am I? Deborah? Texas is in the building. Kingston, Jamaica's in the building. Hey, Tracy. Wagwan. What's the weather in Jamaica? I should just ask my mama. Or my daddy. Chicago's in the building. Chicago, has it warmed up at all? I'd like to come to Chicago just to visit, y'all. Not for a show. Just to visit. Speaking of a show, don't forget the Kempire After Dark, a live show, returns to New York City March 13th. March is right around the corner. You know, happy Black History Month, but it is the shortest month of the year. So our live show will be here before you know it. It actually is less than, now I think about it, because it is the shortest month of the, our live show is very, very soon. Get your tickets today. Taria Faison from the What Else Is Going On podcast will be our hostess with the mostest. As you know, if you've come to our DC show, she has hosted that live show multiple times, but we won't be coming to DC. So get your tickets today. There's also a live stream option available as well. So be sure to check that out. So if you are watching from Norway, if you're watching from South Africa, if you're watching from Japan, this is your opportunity to be a part of the Kempire After Dark, a live experience. I can't wait. There's so much to talk about, but there's also, we don't know what's going to happen between now and then for us to talk about. So get your questions together, get your tea together. This would be a great opportunity for all of us to convene together for the new year. We have not been with each other since my last show, which wasn't, it was like the summer. So get your tickets today. More information will be available in the description. What's going on? We got a lot of people watching from New York, Brooklyn, Jacksonville, Florida, Winnipeg. What's going on? California, Atlanta, California, Memphis, Tennessee. What's going on? It's raining. Lord have mercy. It was snowing last night here in New York, and I said, I would much rather rain at this particular point. Here's why. Because we've been stuck with this snow. Now it's like all dirty, filthy snow. Now we have a nice little pretty layer of white snow over the dirty snow. But I want the snow to disappear. And I was grateful that it's been warming up these last, like with the last couple of days. So the snow has been melting slowly but surely, but it's been melting. But then, you know, here we are again. Fairfax, Virginia's in the building. Merlin's in the building. Hey, Cynthia. We also have Connecticut in the building. What's going on, everyone? Hope you guys are having a fantastic... dog poop everywhere, Crystal says. First of all, were y'all not picking up your dog poop before? Like, what's going on? Why all of a sudden the snow's here and y'all decide not to pick it up? Don't know. Don't care. Pick it up. Okay? Pick it up. Arlington, Virginia's in the building. If you missed it, guys, we were live just a moment ago for our Real Housewives of Potomac reunion recap. It was a very interesting, juicy one. So be sure to check it out. All right. Married to Medicine. I just rewatched the episode. What did you guys think of it? How would you rate it from 1 to 10? It was a good episode. They were still on their girls' trip. They're also preparing for the Met Gala. And Toya is going to be the chairwoman of the Met Gala. It should be no surprise to us. Toya's also an Aries, so I'm not surprised that she thrives in planning stuff like this. She thrives in being the boss. And I'm actually impressed. I'm actually looking forward to her Met Gala because, you know, we had some criticisms of the Met Gala last year. I was like, how is this a gala and you're not serving food? Toya, please tell me you're going to be serving food at this gala. Please tell. I think the Met Gala as itself, not even just a moment for something for the show, I think it actually should be a thing. And it should be something that they continue to do on or off the show. You know what I mean? So I like the idea of the Met Gala and the play on the words because, it's based off like the Met Gala. But I like the fact that she's like, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. We're going to have a website. We're going to have an actual foundation. Was she wrong for not being a part of it last season? We talked about that. I'm not going to beat a dead horse at this particular point, okay? But this season, I'm looking forward to see what she's going to do with the Met Gala. I'm willing to bet it's going to be better than any of the other Met Galas. To be honest, she knows how to throw a party. But we shall see because they're holding her accountable. But let's just rewind time because they're on this girls' trip not last week, but the previous week when we were talking about Dr. Simone and Dr. Heavenly and their issues. I'm not going to beat another dead horse with talking about Heavenly being a Karen. I'm not. We've done it enough. I'm not going to beat a dead horse with that, okay? But they've put their issues to the side. They're going to be at least cordial to each other. Dr. Simone is done with Heavenly. And if you saw, we just talked about this on Friday, Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Simone were sort of going at it on social media. More specifically, Dr. Simone was just like, Heavenly, wait, I think I have it here, don't I? Don't I have it here? Yeah, here. Look, Dr. Simone said, your community is not interested in a fool. Never has been, never will be. They are better. They are better than you aspire to be. And this came after Dr. Heavenly posted on her X account. Yes, I did reality television and I was golden at it, but this is personal. I'm a professional. I showed up, stood in my truth, and built something powerful. Now my community needs me, and the same bold, smart, fearless woman you saw before will be golden in Congress too. Dr. Heavenly for Georgia. I'm not going to argue. I'm not in their district. We've already talked about this endlessly, but it seems like after the reunion, things are not all good between Dr. Simone and Dr. Heavenly. I don't know. All right. So they're still on the girls' trip. We are flashing back between the men's night out. They're all hanging out. I like the fact that the husbands get along, the boyfriends, and everyone gets along. Okay. So I'm going to start with that before we get into the boat of it all. Okay. So the men all meet up. Dr. Scott is coming back because he has glaucoma, and he's had glaucoma for 7 years. But his peripheral vision has been off. Look. I just went to the eye doctor back in December. Every December, I go to the eye doctor. She says I still have 20/20 vision. One time for my 20/20 vision. Okay, Miss Mel and Magic and your cookie photo. You know what? I actually look forward to your different photos. Please change them more often. Miss Mel and Magic, thank you for being a member. Miss Mel says, Kemp, you don't want to beat a dead horse, so I will for you. Toya is trifling and now wants support after she didn't give money. No, ma'am. Well, damn. Well, damn. I mean, at the end of the day, though, this is for a good cause. A good cause. So, and good cause. All right. So the guys hang out. Dr. Scott has glaucoma. He's had it for 7 years, but he had the surgery. So he's a little blurry. Here's the thing. I think sometimes we look at some of these folks and forget that they are of a particular age. Because I was like, oh, not you having an issue with glaucoma. But apparently he's had it for 7 years. Okay. Hold on. Wait a second. Tika says, Kempire, it's a holiday. My 2-year-old's home running around amok. I forgot it is a holiday. Happy President's Day. Happy Barack Obama Day. That's what we're going to say. Because some of these other presidents, including the current one. Tika B says, Kempire, it's a holiday. My 2-year-old is running around amok around here. Just snatched the remote and disliked the video. Oh, I didn't see it. Tika B, the video. I immediately changed it back because I'm not trying to get cussed out today. It's not that I would even know, but I appreciate this, that you're saying this in the comments. That's what people have done that before, where I've like, who disliked the video? And they were like, oh man, I did it by accident. It's all right, y'all. I want to say thank you to the 165 of you that have already liked the video. Thank you. And thank you, Tika. That just reminded everyone to like the video. Melissa, which Facebook are you watching on? Melissa's always watching on Facebook. We appreciate our Melissa. Melissa's been here since the pandemic. Melissa says, hey, Kempire. Hey, Melissa. Which page are you watching on, Melissa? Are you watching on Kempire or are you watching on Kempire Daily? This is a reminder to all of you, go like and follow me on Facebook. I'm going to start doing some stuff on Facebook too. So make sure you're following me there. Okay? All right. Like going live on Facebook. So that's what I mean. Oh, wait a second. P-Dub said, remember when Dr. Scott came out saying that the ultraviolet lights at the nail salon were dangerous? Next thing you know, they were off the show. Wait a minute. Okay, thank you, Melissa. Melissa's watching on TheKempire. All right. Thank you, Melissa. Shout out to our Facebook fan. We see you guys. Here's the thing. So the guys hang out. I did find it funny when Eugene was just like, he's ducking because they're playing darts at this club. Because, Dr. Scott was very impressive, though. After his surgery, he was getting the bullseye. I was there for it. All right. Public, good project. I just deleted Facebook. Too toxic. I understand. It's a lot of fake news. Yeah, Melissa, we updated the name. We changed it from TheKempire to Kempire because all of you just call me Kempire, not TheKempire. But that's a lot of my socials. But it's okay. Yeah, we literally just updated it, Melissa. All right, let me get back into this. So Dr. Scott had his surgery. Eugene says the doctors don't want to lose their eyes or their hands. That makes complete sense. Toya, please stop bringing it back to Eugene's private area. Because she's like, that and they're in their private area. And I'm like, every time, just when we can forget about what you said on this show, I need you not to bring it back to that. Because the minute you brought it back to, and they want to have sex before surgery. And I was just like, every time you bring it to the private area, I always think about what you said on this show about it not ever getting bigger. I can't. Stop. Just let Eugene have his moment. Just let him have his moment. We don't need to talk about the private area. Done. No more, please. Am I the only one that thought that too? The minute she started talking about, and they don't want to lose their private area. I was like, no, why are we going here? We don't need to talk about this. I think when they're in the seat for the confessional, they want to always have moments. So instead of just having him have his moment, she has to say something like that. Let's have a real doctor's moment. He's giving a real perspective. Yes, as a doctor, the last thing you want to lose is your eyesight or your hands. That is your moneymaker. And if you don't have that, then you have to retire basically doing surgery. So, yeah. So he brings that up and then she decides to go there. Okay. Steve talks about struggling without his wife. I can't even imagine. I wonder if they get help from their family, Dr. Mimi and Steve, because I remember, because I used to work in the field with people with developmental disabilities. And I worked with a family that had children with developmental disabilities. And there was a bunch of us in the house helping this family provide services. So I wonder if they have any help from family or like a para or something. I wonder, because it has to be a lot. If not, shout out to Steve. We need to give Steve some credit. And I know what Monique would say. What? Give Steve credit for doing what? For being a father? That's not what I'm saying. It is a lot to do. And he says that he helps manage her office, her practice. So for those that wonder what Steve is doing, he's doing a whole lot. He's being a father. Apparently, I know he has his other stuff that he does. And he's helped managing her medical office. All right, Steve, I see you. They made a joke about him loving Louis Vuitton. I like Louis Vuitton, too. I don't like wearing the Louis Vuitton logo and everything, though. But that's him. He can afford it. Are they mad about it? Probably. Patricia says Eugene was over Toya. What did Keith say? Now I got to find out what Keith said. What Keith say? Let me see if I can find his comment. What did Keith say? I missed it. Keith says, I do not want to think about Eugene's Tic Tac. See, I can't even be mad at Keith saying that because of you, Toya. We would have never said, if he had just said that out of nowhere, then I'd be like, Keith, that is wrong. But it was you that brought, and now we're spending time talking about it in season 12. Because of you, Toya. Oh, Lord, not his Tic Tac. Look, some people speculate that she did that to kind of turn women off from Dr. Eugene. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I'm sorry, Mr. Melvin Magic says, Kemp, you got butter sold out when I'm trying to look for some stuff. Well, check my TikTok. Check out my showcase on TikTok to see what's there. But Butter's been selling stuff out, but they're selling on TikTok. So that says to me that they should be replenishing. So y'all know today's skincare is brought to you by our friends over at Butter. I don't have a discount code anymore for the channel, but you can help I still get a commission when you buy your stuff from my TikTok showcase. So go check out my TikTok showcase, tiktok.com/@TheKempire. All right. Exactly. P-Dub says, Toya brought us all into that conversation. And I like Dr. Eugene, but damn, not the Tic Tac. Damn you, Keith. All right. So back to the guys. So King talks about how he's not having the sex 15 times a week anymore. He said that's gone down. It was never 15 times a week. For those, okay, some of y'all don't believe that this was a real relationship. I don't know. I think it was a real relationship. I think they just don't translate well on reality television. I have a lot to say about Kirk in a moment. So King says the 15 times a week is not what it used to be because of the hormone treatments and things like that, what she's going through. Again, it was never 15 times a week. Even if you're in a new relationship, even if you have sex every day, even if you have it twice a day, still not 15, 14. But he was falling in line because she's the one who told him to write that down. You remember that game from last season. She was the one orchestrating that. Another reason why people don't believe that that's a real relationship. But fine. King brings up that Toya is going to have some issues with the other ladies because he had a conversation with Quad, and they're mad at Toya for not supporting Heavenly. But Dr. Eugene points out in the confession, he was like, you showing up to this event was you supporting. And I have to agree with him. If she really didn't support, she didn't have to go to this event. She doesn't have to vote for Heavenly. She doesn't have to wear a t-shirt and things. She actually showed up to listen to Heavenly. That shows support. The more people that show up to a filmed event too means that it probably will actually be put on the show. I feel like they would have still put it on the show, but you just never know. If certain cast members decided not to go, if the entire cast decided not to go, they probably wouldn't have included it. Just saying. But anyway. So King brings that up that King was very verbose. Y'all notice that? He was very talkative in his scene with the men. I was like, oh, he's not even a husband. All right. Hey, Testa, huh? Thank you so much for buying a ticket for the live stream. I just bought my streaming ticket to your show, Kempire. Thank you. I appreciate you. Who else? All right. Again, ticket information will be available in the description, or you can go to KempireAfterDarkLive.com/NYC. Okay, KempireAfterDarkLive.com/NYC. All right. Yeah, Sean says, child, as soon as 15 times a week flew out Quad's mouth, I was like, flat affect face, no emotions emoji. Okay. Oh, not Tolly. Tolly, where you get that? Tolly says, I think King wants Angel. Don't give him any ideas, because if he comes back next season, well, no, he wouldn't, because Quad and Angel are good friends, and I don't think Angel would do something like that. But if she did, Lord have mercy. Miss Melvin, she said, I told you King was in his producer bag. He was very, very talkative, right? But anyway, that would be messy. The V-Light says King wants to be on the show without being with Quad. It kind of is giving that. I'm looking at King Kirk a little differently. I'm just kind of looking at like, And it could also be because of what Heavenly said about him too. That he sort of was, liking this attention. Okay. Maybe. All right. So Dr. Damon Daddy decides to speak up for Heavenly. He's like, Heavenly's going to earn everyone's support because she's the truth.
Lies! The lie!
I mean, at least he has her back the same way she has his back. So when he says that Heavenly is the truth, I said,
lies! The lie!
Not the truth. All right. Okay. Wait a second. Dion says that wouldn't be Proverbs 33 of Angel. You're right. But in the book of Portia, okay, that Delilah's spirit, okay, there's a whole book, okay. A mess. All right, let's get to the boat ride. So they arrive at the boat. The ladies arrive at the boat. Okay. At first, Contessa jokes and says, "Oh, this is going to be our boat. It's like this little tugboat." Okay. And they're like, "I know you lying." But then when she brings them to the actual boat, I said, "This ain't much better. It's just bigger." Anyone else was not impressed? Like, we've seen, that's the thing. When you've watched so much Real Housewives and reality television and you've seen so many yachts. When I went to Greece, I went to this whole hangar of just yachts upon yachts. Okay? I was like, I'm not that impressed. It looked like one of those party boats that we see all the time where, you know, you can host like an event. Like if I wanted to host like a party boat, I should do that. Host a party. That's what it looked like. It looked like a big boat that was empty. Did I lie? And that's no shade to Soy what is it called? What was the name of the boat? Oh wait, Sol y Luna. No shade to y'all. But it was just giving, it's a bigger boat. It wasn't giving yacht. It didn't look like, were there other parts to this boat where they could go inside if they wanted to go? I'm like, I was not impressed. Okay, Desiree says, Portia caught a stray. Oh, wait. Portia's been catching strays since our dating live on Friday. Go listen to it. It was 4 hours, but it was good. It was so good. Thank you to those of you that called in and that were vulnerable enough to call in and share your story or ask for advice. I loved it. I loved it. Okay? Right? Wave Q says, it looked like a Pirates of the Caribbean paddle boat. Right? It looked like one of those, tourist boats. I was not impressed. Okay? I was not impressed at all. But fine. They went on the boat. They were having a good time. Heavenly on the boat hugs up on Dr. Simone and then kisses her on the mouth. But Dr. Simone says, I haven't moved on. When Contessa jokes. And Contessa says, but you're okay with being in the same room? Dr. Simone's like, don't ask me that. You should ask her that. Because you remember what Dr. Heavenly said to production and HR. Apparently she didn't feel safe around Dr. Simone. Dr. Simone is still mad about it. I can't blame her because Heavenly was a Karen for even saying anything like that. Luckily, the footage was there. Can you imagine if the footage wasn't there? Imagine if the footage wasn't there. Desiree says, I just thought it looked empty. There was nothing, but that's the thing. We've seen yachts. When you actually go on a yacht, not only you're getting a lot of space, but you're getting couches. It didn't even have couches and stuff like that. It had little things. They looked uncomfortable. They had little tables and things like that. Honestly, you look at, they brought those tables on there. I was not impressed, but that's me because I've seen so much reality television. I've seen so many yachts. I've been watching Ultimate Girls Trip again on Peacock. They're not paying me, but they should. I needed to escape from the winter of New York City. So I've been watching them on beaches, okay? Mrs. High Maintenance says, it's Proverbs 31, not 33. Well, we never claimed to be religious over here. But thank you, Mrs. High Maintenance. All right. She said, it is Proverbs 31, not 33. Okay. Exactly. P-Dub says, where was the food? Did they have food? I didn't see the food. Where was the food? Now that you bring it up. Yes, them cookout tables, Keith said. P-Dub's like, where is the food? I didn't even realize that. You're right. Where was the food? This is a sunset cruise? Not even hors d'oeuvres? What? This Met Gala better have some food. That's all I got to say. All right? Angela says, thank you. There is no Proverbs 33. All right. I'm so glad we fixed that. Okay. All right. So Heavenly decides that she wants to play a game. And this game, first of all, no, they start doing a dance. They all start doing these dances. And then Angel is shaking her booty. And Dr. Heavenly is like, has Angel always been this angelic? Because those moves are saying something else. Or are you trying to say that she may have been a stripper before, Heavenly? Is that what you were alluding to? Is that what she was alluding to? That maybe that's what was happening there? Look, nurses have lives, and doctors have lives outside of their fields. You do too. All right? Okay. Here go Mr. Melon Magic. He Google schmoogle this. He says, and this Proverbs 35, if thou is smart, you would not take care of 3 grown-ass men. Not 35. Christine says, what about 2 Corinthians? Here we go and on a tangent about Bible verses, okay? You know what's a good Bible verse? Psalms. Oh, damn, I can't remember. Is it Psalms? What is it? Psalms something. Oh, my gosh. Psalms 35? No, it's not 35. Maybe it is. I can't remember. All right. The V-Light says, fix it, Jesus, right? Lord. Wave Key says, depends. Has heavenly been heavenly? That part. But that's the thing. Heavenly wants to be a confessional gangster and say all these things and be shady and things like that. All right. Moving on from there. So Heavenly wants to play a game, y'all. And I was already bored. She's like, let's play a game where you guys can ask me political questions. I was like, here we go. Why are we doing this? This seems so stupid. This is her being a self-producer. You guys can ask me political questions. I have to say, I was very impressed with Brandy's question. Brandy asked Heavenly about her past behavior as a reality TV star, and she says, how would you address people's concerns about your behavior in the past? Heavenly says that she's owned her behavior and that she's not a felon. Is that the bar? And this reminds me of what everyone has been saying. Heavenly should be able to run. Y'all shouldn't be talking about Heavenly running. Y'all see Psalms 23. Thank you. Yes, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall. Sorry. He leadeth me beside. Okay, focus. What are we doing? Can you guys focus? You are distracting me. We mentioned one Bible verse, and here we are talking about all the different Bible verses. It's not even Sunday. Himita says Brandy asked the right question. It was a good question. It was Dr. Contessa's question was very good too. But Heavenly's response says, I've owned who I am, and I'm not a felon. Is that the bar? And so many people are saying, like, you guys, at least she's doing something. You see who's in office. That should not be the standard. That should not be the standard at all. Sidebar. Since we're talking about the Lord is my shepherd, go listen to Sissy Houston's version from the Preacher's Wife soundtrack. May she rest in peace. I love that version. Oh, I love that version. But there's a lot of really good versions, okay? Foxy says, it's Bible time, Kemp. Lord have mercy. Let's not. And look, Thurston says, Kemp, you did this. You mentioned the verse. I know. But y'all not helping. Right? KB says, it's a girls trip. Show some fun. Not meet the candidate. That's what it was giving. So they end up asking her these questions. I like Brandy's questions. I did not like Heavenly's response. The next question says, from Dr. Jackie, it says, who's your political mentor? Quad Webb Lunsford? Lunsford? Quad's like, I haven't been Lunsford in years, since 2019. She's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Quad is well-spoken. She's smart. She's hot. Yeah, she's hot. I'm like, girl, you asked for this game. And you are failing. So then the next question is, how are you the most qualified? And she says the reason why she's the most qualified, Heavenly thinks that she's the most qualified, because she's run multi-million-dollar businesses. She's run payroll. She's a mother. She's a wife. So Dr. Simone's just like, if that's the case, then I could also run for office. Look. There is no playbook for who can run for office, clearly. However, Dr. Heavenly is saying that this is what makes her qualified. Yes, some of these skill sets are going to come in handy, I'm sure. But I'm still not convinced. I am not convinced that that's the reason why your constituents should vote for you. So Contessa asked Heavenly about, will you retaliate? Very much like what we've seen with this president now. Will you retaliate against people that have gone against you? Heavenly then gets, but I feel like Heavenly was being performative here. I don't think this was her real response, because she's like, you're being nasty. And she's not answering that question. I feel like she was being facetious in that moment. And Contessa's like, I don't think you're ready to run for office at this particular point. It doesn't lead to a nasty place, though. Okay? Exactly. Miss Melon Magic says, Dr. Jackie Luther King said you couldn't say Kamala, Michelle, or Jasmine Crockett. I did think, look, based on what I've seen over how this campaign started with Dr. Heavenly, she's definitely come a long way in how she presents. But my concern is she just presenting? Is she just being performative as opposed to showing the real person that she is? But okay. Yeah. All right. So they have that moment on the boat and then they leave the boat. Okay. The next day, we have this group brunch. I always feel like the episodes, I don't know if there's just more commercials when it comes to, no, it's not. It has nothing to do, because I watched the Peacock version. I don't know. The episodes of Married to Medicine go so much quicker than Potomac for me. And I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I don't know. So the next day, they all meet up and they have a group brunch, okay? This is their last day. They're going to be getting on their flights, okay? Toya says that they're going to push the date because she's talking about planning for the Met Gala. She said, we're going to push the date back for the Met Gala just because of the venue and how many people that they're going to have. She says she didn't fully participate in the last two Met Galas, so they made her the new chairperson for this. So she's going to spearhead the next Met Gala. Toya says that she's already raised $8,000 from the ticket sales for the event, okay? So she asked them how much they're willing to contribute. Remember, last season, she did not want to contribute at all. All right? And they called her out for it. And Toya says the difference from last year to this year is the fact that last year it was something that Jackie was throwing, that Jackie and Heavenly. And Quad's like, no. We all were, this has always been our thing. And I have to agree with that, with Quad. It has always been. Even the audience knew that, Toya. We are just waiting for you to catch up. Okay? So Quad's like, no. And then Heavenly's chiming in. She's like, yeah, you got it wrong here. You got it wrong here. So it's always been our thing. This is where you got us messed up. Blah, 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 blah. So Quad and Heavenly said that it's always been our event as a collective. Okay? So as they're trying to have this conversation, I don't know about anyone else. And look, I'm here for Quad and her talking about her IVF journey. I felt that this was such a weird moment for her to bring it up, but I think she decided that this was going to be her moment. She wanted to tell them, and maybe she just wanted to tell them the entire vacation, and maybe she didn't want to ruin the vacation by bringing it up. Well, she gets really emotional. And she's like, I have something to say to you guys. And Koi's like, well, can we finish the Met Gala conversation? And Heaven's like, no. She has something that she wants to say. So they're like, no, well, let's see what Quad has to say. So Quad gets emotional. She tells the group about the recent update when it comes to her IVF journey. Okay? And how the eggs were not... They were not fruitful to produce children. Okay, so she gets emotional, and then she's trying to get out some of the things that she says. She says she's very upset. She says she feels stupid for not freezing her eggs after Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone had told her years ago to do it. And I don't know why she didn't do it. There are a lot of people probably in their lives now that are feeling the same way. Here's the thing that makes me surprised that she wouldn't do it. Maybe she didn't want to do it because she was in a relationship with Dr. Greg. But if two OBGYNs are recommending something like that to me, and you have any inkling that you want to have children, I'm surprised she wouldn't take that advice. But look, maybe she wasn't in the financial space to do that. Above It All says, I agree, Kempire. It was not the right moment. It was a good diversion from the drama, though. Yeah, it felt awkward. It felt like an awkward transition from the Met Gala to now Quad is going to have this moment. Deborah says that Quad needed a moment. That's the way it came across. But I also understand it's a reality television show. There's this element of that. And maybe she had been putting it off. Maybe she wanted to bring it up the entire vacation and she didn't. I just thought it was weird. Yes, Lakita, I figured that too, that freezing eggs are expensive. But based on what we knew of Quad, IVF journey is expensive too. So I'm surprised that they didn't consider it then. Quad has always said that she's got the cash, though. Just saying. But here we are. Crystal says it was off. Les says Quad didn't want kids. She seems vain. But Quad, when we see Quad with her nieces and nephews, she seems so motherly. So there is a part of me that believes that she does want to have children. Does she want to have children with King? Maybe not necessarily with him, but she probably wants to have kids at this particular point. I could see that. I can definitely see that as something that she now wants to experience. Here's the thing, though. I wish we would start having more conversations about it's okay to adopt. Yes, there's the option to do the IVF. There's the option to do the surrogate. But I'm surprised that we're not talking more about, and I get it. Some women want to have the physical experience or they want the genetic makeup. But I feel like people shame people that buy dogs more than I feel like anyone should be shamed. I don't think people should be shamed either way. But I find it so interesting that no one talks about, like, how about adopting? There's so many, especially Black children that end up staying in the foster care system that need good homes. And you would, first of all, save a lot in regards to the journey that you're going through. I just find it so interesting we don't talk more about that, especially because there are a lot of Black children that are not getting adopted because they're not the ones that people want to adopt. So I don't know. I just feel like we don't talk about that enough. And like I said, I feel like Quad would be a fantastic mother. I think she's very motherly. Yes, can she be vain? Yeah, but every time we've seen her around other kids and stuff like that, she seems very motherly. So I wish we would really start talking more about how about we adopt? There's a lot of children that want, and I get it, people want their genetic makeup, but what we've learned is that just because someone's genetically tied to you does not make them family. It doesn't make them family. So I get it. You want to have your kids look like you and things like that. I actually know someone, and I'm not going to say who. Not that y'all would know. I know someone that had a kid, and it wasn't her egg, and she got a sperm donor. If she never told me that, I would have never known, because when I look at her and I look at her child, they look so much alike. And I'm like, and there's no genetic connection to them at all. So that's just me. But look, I'm also a strong believer, your body, your choice. You do what you want. You want to go through the IVF journey? Do it. You want to do a surrogate? Do it. But there are a lot of children that need good homes, especially Black children. That's it. I'm not arguing with anybody. You can feel the way that you feel. I can see both sides of it. I'm twerking on a fence. But that's just how I feel. But here we are. Oh, Lawson Blair says, a lot of children in foster care, unless a newborn come with a lot of PTSD, trauma, and emotional issues that require a lot. You just never know. Even with children that you're giving birth to, sometimes come with health issues too, and maybe not the PTSD of it all, and a lot of times they're having PTSD from being in the foster care system for so long. That's just me. That's just me. Hey, Demi, thank you for another super chat. Demi, and for being a member. Demi says, nothing from Angel but dancing episode. For those that might get mixed up, we have another Angel Love in Married to Medicine. Because for a second, I was like, oh, yeah, Angel. Nothing from Angel but dancing in episode 10. I have to say, of the newbies, Brandy's my favorite newbie. She's my favorite newbie so far. She's actually added stuff to the conversation the entire season. Hey, Danielle. Danielle says, no one ever knew my stepdad who gave me his name was my stepdad, and I favor him. See, I think that's the thing. A lot of people, and I get it. I understand genetically you want that. But just saying. Scorpio Moon says, my son has autism. I would adopt him. There's just so many elements. But there are also a lot of children that are in the foster care system that don't have the trauma that you might be thinking. They just want a good home. and love. And a lot of people will be able to provide it. But anyway, I've digressed. All right. Yeah, Scorpion Moon says adoption is an amazing option. I agree. Thank you guys so much. We're already at 408 likes. All right, y'all. Keep liking the video. Easy Free with supporting not just me, but other channels as well. Will start to show up in your algorithm. So they have this conversation at the table. Quad opens up about it, and she said she feels stupid for not freezing her eggs. Okay? So they end their trip. They end up going home. We then have this next scene. Toya meets with Dr. Jackie to talk about the Med Gala. We find out, excuse me, I was wondering when they were going to bring this up. Dr. Jackie is working on her own scrubs line. And she's like, I'm the perfect person to start a scrubs line because I know women from the rooter to the tutor. Okay? And she's like, there are people that have had scrubs lines for a long time, and then they flash back to Angel's scrub line. Well, so at least she got a promotion for that. Here's the problem, Angel. I still could not tell you what any of your scrubs might look like. Oh, wait, no, I could. Was it because what's the scrubs that Quad was wearing? Those were Angel's. Luckily, you should have had everyone wear your scrubs, Angel. I think that was such a missed moment, including yourself. Because that's the only one that I remember from your, and I can barely remember it. At least Dr. Jackie's in the moment, in this scene, wearing one of her scrubs line. But all right. Way of Keith. What a random comment, but I ain't gonna reiterate it. All right. Her scrubs were really cute, right? I have to say, I have to give it to Dr. Jackie. I do think it's a little shady to be launching a scrubs line. You've been on this show for a very long time, but this is the season you decided to launch a scrub line? All right. All right. Godshaw says, behind in the chat, adoption can be more expensive than IVF. It was 3 times more expensive for me. But that's the thing. That's not always the truth. That's not always the truth. Especially for Black children. If anything, it might be a little bit easier if you're trying to adopt a Black child. All of it's expensive. But it might be arduous, the process, but I just wish we would talk more about it in regards to that being an option, a viable option. Okay? All right. Coral says, my daughter is biological and she has mental and learning disabilities. I wanted to adopt initially. Is that your daughter in the picture, Coral? Aunt Nika says, can we discuss how they keep coming for our heavenly running, but can we look at what is already in office across the world? We have talked about that, but we shouldn't be normalizing that. Literally, that's what I was talking about before. That's true, too. Stephanie says, try fostering to adoption. That's also another really great option as well. K-Baby says, it's interesting that Dr. Jackie's launching her scrubs line the same season Angel shows hers. It also makes me wonder, when was this in the works? Because why wouldn't you have launched this? You've been on the show for 12 seasons, and now you decide to launch a scrub line after attending her event? Just interesting timing. Okay, Purple Yellow says Quad doesn't want kids. Well, we're just going by what she told us. Storm versus Ashley says, I was adopted and look just like my adoptive dad. Just saying. But okay. Look, there are so many options. I just wish we would talk more about the adoption option as well. Okay? Aunt Sean says, my younger brother was adopted. We got him when he was 8 months old, and people are always shocked when we tell them that they say that he looks just like me and my mother. And that's the thing. And at the end of the day, what makes someone family has nothing to do with blood or genetics. Because there's a few in my family that I wish I wasn't related to. Look. That's what I wanted to press. Way of Keith says, my parents fostered a kid when I was much younger, and they said never again. Well, everyone's going to have a different journey. For every story like Way of Keith, there's going to be a story of like, I was fostered as a child. And watch, shout out to the replay crew, because I'm sure you're going to have your stories and things like that as well. All right. But anyway, they're going to be probably far more positive stories about fostering and adopting. All right. Moving on. All right. So Toya meets with Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie's talking about starting her own scrubs line. Jackie shades the other scrub line. She didn't say specifically Angel, but I'm sure that's what she was talking about. But this is reality television. A little competition. Fine. Okay? Oh, gosh, I said, my adopted son looks just like me. I love that. And look. Just saying. Oh, no, shut up, Jill. Uncle Asson's comment. Jill, you're beautiful. I love this photo of you. Jill says, I wasn't adopted, and I look just like the deacon at my church. Joke. Send me a picture of the deacon of your church. I mean, so much scandals happen in the church. Here we go. We're talking a lot about the church and the Bible today. What is going on? All right. So they start talking about the Met Gala. So what I loved about, and this is why you got to give Toya credit, because, so many times people want to say Toya's dumb. Toya doesn't know what she's talking about. But we know Toya can throw a party. But what I loved is that now in their third season of doing the Met Gala, she's like, we need to turn it into a foundation. We can get corporate sponsors if we turn this into a foundation. We need a website. She's doing all of this. And based on what we could see from the website, it's a good website. Dr. Jackie says, we need to include the other ladies. And Toya's like, why? They didn't come up with this idea for a foundation. They didn't come up with this idea for doing a website. But Dr. Jackie's, but they've been a part of this since the beginning. So she wants to put them on the website, which I don't think that's a bad thing. Okay. So then they start talking about the different roles that everyone will have. They're saying that Dr. Heffley could be the chief of marketing. Of course, Dr. Jackie will be the CEO. Toya will be the CFO. You can tell me how you feel about that. All right. But yeah, so I actually like the fact that now it seemed like they're streamlining the Met Gala. I wouldn't be surprised if the Met Gala this year is probably their best one yet. But we shall see. Whew. See, look, Dark and Lovely says, my mom adopted my little sister when she was 5. She's 31 now. I love to see there's so many people that we don't even know come from have an adoption story or a fostering story. And I want to hear those stories, guys. So feel free, if you're part of the Replay crew, to share your story in the comments section. Oh, you're right, Annie. Annie says, I'm not a big fan of hers, but this is Dr. Jackie's 4th product she has had on the show. Are those other products still in business? I don't know. But you're right. She's had multiple projects, books, right? Okay. Well, Camille says Bravo making a nice little coin off of Jackie because that Bethany clause. All right. Deborah says, Toya, the CFO, really? Yeah. Lanisha says, I want to go to the Met Gala. Well, technically you can. You could buy tickets. If you live in Atlanta, you can go to the next one. Just plot and plan it. This one already happened. All right. So then we get to this cringy scene. Quad and King. The food looked good, though. So they're at home. She gets him a fork. He's like, this is a baby fork. So he goes over to go get a bigger fork. He's like, do you want a bigger fork? Oh, no, do you want a fork? And he's like, yeah. She says, yeah, but not a baby fork. Then he's like, yeah, ain't nothing baby about you, Quad. And she has to say to him, you got to be careful with the words you use. Because remember, she's just talking about going through this baby journey. He's like, yeah, nothing baby about you. And I'm like, but you guys have been saying for a long time about some of the way that he speaks to Quad. And I'm seeing it more and more and more. And I believe Quad pays attention to what you guys are saying on social media. So I do believe this has been in her head too. Okay, but she's saying now, after this last IVF situation, that she's noticing that the way that they speak to each other is different. Okay? Quad says they aren't approaching each other with warmth and kindness. So they go outside to eat the food. The food looked good, right? Can you tell I'm hungry? I made some stewed chicken yesterday. I'm going to eat that for today for dinner. It was good, too. Yeah, and sweet, Brenda. Huh? Wait, huh? I do not have multiple personalities. Anyway, so sidebar. I used to rewatch this videotape, VHS, multiple times of Oliver, who's a very popular comedian, and it's when he was on the plane. I used to love that sketch. That's like my favorite sketch from Oliver. If you're Caribbean, then you know who I'm talking about. Hilarious. But anyways, I don't even know. Can I find that on streaming? Because I need that. I would watch that again. He is so hilarious. But anyway, I've digressed. King's demeanor makes him extremely wait, what's this word? Wait, I don't understand what the word you were saying. Extremely innate? Okay. V, thank you so much for the super chat and for being a member. V says, you feed them kids long enough, they'll start looking like you. I know that's right. Bernice, thank you so much for being a member for the super chat. Bernice says, I think a lot of people will pass on Dr. Jackie Scrubs because she doesn't accept the plus size community. I'm one of them. Not all big girls are unhealthy. Well, amen to that. I wonder. That is a good question. What sizes do these come in, Dr. Jackie? What sizes do these come in? I didn't see any mention of that. Yes, we saw some of the housewives. Sweet Pea says YouTube has some of his videos. I'm going to go find the video. Oh, thank you, Tisha's YouTube. Oliver's on YouTube. Thank you. I'm going to go watch. That's like one of my favorite videos. I used to watch it all the time as a kid. All right. So I do wonder if they go up and... Is Dr. Jackie Scrubs available? Let's look. We're live, but let's look. Dr. Jackie Scrubs. Let's see. Oh, dues by... Is that by EJ? Wait a second. Is it by someone else? Who's EJ? I know the Jackie's by... Oh, maybe it's her partner that's in the picture here? Shop the collection. Let's look, y'all. Let's look. Let's see what size is. It goes up to an extra, extra large. They are cute, though. That's one thing I will give her. Dues. That's what's the name of the line. Dues. Okay. They're cute, though, y'all. I really do like her. And she has some plus-size models, too. Okay. All right, Dr. Jackie, you got something to know. I mean, not a lot of plus-size models, but you got a couple of plus-size one. Look, one. Is she a brand ambassador? Does she really own it? Let me see. No, it says that she's the founder. Well, and Dr. Ebony Jade Hilton. That's the doctor we saw that she interviewed. Did she decide to do it? Oh no, there's a few people here. All right. Deanna Hamilton's one of the owners. They're beautiful. All these people are beautiful. Okay. All right. I have to say that the scrubs look good. Fine. And they come in extra, extra large. I don't know if that's good enough, ladies. I don't know if that's good enough. But y'all tell me. Okay. All right. Back to this. So King and Quad have this conversation, and Quad reveals what happened on the trip. Quad also tells him about telling the group about what happened with their IVF. And he immediately says, did you cry a river? Oh, no, even before he even says that. Hold on. Because he's like, okay, I'm about to be done with my fish. Can we get to the good part? Excuse me? Are you rushing me? Quad says that she told the ladies about her IVF journey and, what happened with the last procedure. So King jokes and says, did you cry a river? And he's like, I'm just joking. Here's the thing, though. The constant jokes is one thing to joke here and there. But every scene that we've seen with Quad and King is like there's always another joke. Pajamami said, he said, I know you cried a river. I mean, is that Pajamami said, he said, there's nothing baby about you. I know. Constant digs. There are constant digs. Taurus Boone says, at that point, I would have threw my food in his face. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And here's the thing too, because we also have to keep in mind that her hormones, because of the treatments and things like that, are all over the place. So she's even more sensitive. So Quad was sensitive before and emotional before. So can you imagine now? Is he younger than Quad? I think they're around the same age, right? Lankita says that he hates Quad. I've seen a lot of people say that. Just saying. Destiny says, I speculating. I wonder if he's joking because it was a storyline. Tracy says, many Jamaican men lack empathy. Tracy's saying that all the way from Jamaica. You're right, though. I could see it. Wait a second. What? Oh, Sean says he's not a king. He's a jackass. I just don't like, especially these last couple of episodes, I have not liked the way that he's spoken to Quad. I really haven't. And you already know, I am not a part of the Quad squad. You already know. But this is why I say you can't be team anyone, because there are moments when you're going to defend people that you don't necessarily always enjoy. But that's me. Some of y'all stand and y'all just keep doing that. Paula, where are you? That you have 55 degrees. I wish we had 55 degrees. What's the temperature in New York today? It's 40, so things should be melting. But damn. All right, I'm done talking about this scene. So then we have then we have Dr. Jackie's photo shoot with Derek Blanks. So, you know, Derek Blanks is a famed photographer. He also does a lot of those little AI. Miss Melanie Max says, oh, damn, Jamaican men, do you lack empathy? Sometimes. Sometimes. She's talking about heterosexual Jamaican men, okay? And probably some of the straight ones, the gay ones too. All right. Let me drop the call link because I'm getting off here before 5 o'clock. Maybe it wasn't that good of an episode. I'm going to get to this last scene because Dr. Jackie is hosting a photo shoot with the women for her Scrubs line, okay? Where was Dr. Simone? Where was Angel? There was no even mention of them not being there, right? Did I miss that? Oh, Whale Key says in Chicago it's 60 degrees. Oh my gosh, is that weather coming here in New York tomorrow or something? Because why is it 60 degrees there? Let me see tomorrow's weather. Oh, it's going to be 46 tomorrow. But then it's going back down. Lord have mercy. So over this weather, y'all. So over it. Dr. Simone was on call. But what about Angel? Why wasn't Angel not there? Why was Angel not there? Just saying. Thank you, guys. All right. Moving on. I dropped the call link for the members of the channel. If you are in the live chat for the general audience, I'll drop the call link for you guys. Let's get to 600 likes, and I'll drop the call and link for you guys. All right. I'm glad that you guys paid attention to that Dr. Simone was on call. I don't think she mentioned Angel. At all. Beta says, I zoned out on Married to Medicine these days. I always get distracted. Maybe I got distracted. I watched it twice. I can't believe it's 60 degrees in Chicago. Melissa says 75 degrees in Houston right now. That sounds so amazing. Maybe I should just pop up in Houston. I should just check wherever it's warm where I can get a quick flight. But this is the week that the kids are off from school, right? So then they're probably traveling. No, look, this is not the week for me to go anywhere. All right. Camp, I love cold weather. You don't? I don't. I like spring weather. I'm a spring baby. I don't like the heat either. I don't like 95 degrees, but I don't love this weather. I definitely don't love this weather at all. Look, all right, let me move on. So we have this final scene. They're doing the little different scrub stuff, whatever. What did you guys think of Dr. Jackie's scrubs? I think they actually look good. Okay. Toya brings up the $2,500 that will be needed from each person, which is interesting because that's how much they needed from the group last year where she didn't want to contribute. So Quad calls out Toya for not donating last year. And Toya in the moment owns it. She's like, I know, guys. I apologize for not doing it. And then Quad says, what if we decided not to contribute this year? And I thought she was being facetious, but she was dead serious because she's stirring the pot. So Dr. Heavenly reacts to Toya being the CFO And she's like, in her confession, she's like, so that bee didn't even pay her. She didn't finish her sentence, but we knew what she was going to say. She didn't even pay her taxes. Okay? So Heavenly's confused about her being the CFO. Heavenly says that Jackie, then here's the thing though, which is why I never understand why Dr. Jackie always has Heavenly's back and is always defending Heavenly. Because Heavenly then says that Jackie told her that Toya was unprofessional and difficult to work with. Jackie's like, I never said that. Who believes that Dr. Jackie actually said that? I believe that. And my thing is, based on what we've seen of Dr. Jackie and Toya's working on this Met Gala, I'm not getting that vibe. So I found that to be interesting. I find it to be interesting that, and I believe Heavenly, that they probably, or at least Heavenly probably put a little sauce on what Dr. Jackie said, but probably basically what Dr. Jackie said was in that same vein. Just saying. Desi says that Toya would be a good COO, the operating officer. Yeah, I agree with that. Because she can throw a party. Okay, Kayla says it is 60 degrees in Iowa. But don't come here. Love you, Kemp. Damn, but why can't I come to Iowa now? Lord have mercy. All right, moving on. All right, so they Dr. Heavenly and Toya get into it, but even when you watch the ending, that's the thing. Toya and Dr. Heavenly have a lot in common. They're very much the same person. But even in this moment, they're producing moments. They're laughing it off. I really don't care. We see the final product of the viral moment that Derek Blanks did. Dr. Jackie is like, I don't know why I invited these ladies. The last time I invited these ladies to do something, they embarrassed me at the photo shoot and she kicked them all out. Okay. Pajamami says that she should be the CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer. Okay. All right. Look, all right. I just want to see the Met Gala. Okay? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Ooh. Kiana says, whatever Heavenly said, Jackie said, she definitely said that. All right. T says that Dr. Heavenly just lied on Dr. Simone. I don't know who to believe. That's what I'm saying. I do believe that Dr. Jackie probably said something, because that's really a lot for Heavenly to come out of nowhere and said that she called you unprofessional. I don't know if I believe that was exactly what was said, but I guess we'll see at the reunion. Okay. Quad is like, not me being the secretary. Yes, you are the secretary, Quad. All right. They don't believe that you're smart enough to do anything else. I'm not saying that I don't believe that you're smart enough. But that's how they're treating you. I was very impressed with how she was the campaign manager. She no longer is the campaign manager for Dr. Heavenly. Chris Adams says, I wouldn't vote for Heavenly if she was running in an animal primary. I didn't know animals had primaries, but thank you so much for the weighing in. All right, we have people backstage. We're going to take a few callers, and then I'm going to wrap this up. All right. Live chat, once we get to 600 likes, I will drop the call-in link for the general audience. Keep liking the video. All right, so thank you already for 525 likes. We've got Wendy backstage. We're going to bring Wendy up next. Wendy, what did you want to share about Married to Medicine? Oh, wait, before you say anything. Guys, the opinions of the calls do not represent the opinions of myself, the Kempire LLC, or our sponsors. All right, everything that they say is of their opinion and alleged. And don't forget, the Kempire After Dark live show is happening March 13th here in New York City. There's a live stream ticket available, meet and greets available, ticket information is available in the description. Woo! All right, Wendy.
Hi, Kempire. How you doing?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm getting over the flu. So I'm telling you, this past last week, you have been my lifesaver in the bed. So I just want to say that. Okay.
Did you watch the dating live?
I did. I didn't call in because I was not feeling well.
Yeah,
but I did watch the dating live. I do believe Jackie said that about Toya. I do believe it. I do not feel sorry for Quad. I'm sorry, I don't. I think those were crocodile tears because I think it's the way that probably production edited. It just seemed rude that she wants to cut off that conversation about the Met Gala just to talk about her and what's going on with her. And I think she was just wanting the spotlight, like you said. I like the other person said, I wouldn't vote for Heavenly if she was the only person running. I would do a write-in just to throw away my vote. And that's all that I have to say.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
Okay.
Bye. Not a write-in. Lord. All right. Tyler's back, so we're going to bring Tyler up next. Tyler, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire. I wouldn't vote for Heavenly if we were doing high school superlatives. I just would not vote for her. Goodbye, Heavenly. As far as Quad goes, I don't know if there was editing or not, but girl, this is not about you. But I do feel for her because King does not want her, and I think she rushed things too soon or whatever with him. I don't know, but I'm glad that situation is over. But something tells me they're going to play the whole we're rekindling things next season. But I mean, I think it could work out if Quad realizes he does not want a child with you. Like, and I'm sorry, like, or try to get a surrogate or go that route. Like, you know, just maybe they need to work their dynamic out. Other than that, Toya, I don't know why Toya just irks me this season. Like, she irks me every season, but it's worse this season.
Oh.
I'm sick of her. I don't want Dr. Mimi to come back. I like everybody else on the cast, but I don't like Dr. Mimi. I'm sorry. I just don't. Because it's like she's she's not trying to get to know the other ladies. It's very clear that Dr. Mimi is fine sitting on Heavenly and and Quad and Jackie's side. And Jackie, you said that. I'm sorry. Jackie said it. Jackie talks a lot of crap behind people's back and Heavenly speaks it for her. That's all.
Thanks, Tyler. Melissa says, I love when Tyler calls in. We all do. We have our regulars. Lovely's backstage. We'll bring Lovely up next. Lovely, what did you want to share? Lovely, you're muted.
Hey, Kempire, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What I want to say is, with the Quad situation, I still believe it's fake. I believe that man realized the Quad got him on that show to come after Dr. Gregory last season. Everywhere they went, she kept saying, you know, my ex gonna be there. She wanted that man to fight that man. That man probably realized that he got played. With Toya being the CFO, Toya, I love you, girl, but you better at spending money than saving money. But we'll see how it goes. We know you can throw a party now, but we'll see how it goes. With Heavenly said that Jackie said that mess because Jackie is very sneaky. Heavenly says what Jackie wants to say, but Jackie want to be the upstanding doctor. Please, we know you better than that, girl. And Kempire, I love your taste, but ain't nobody wearing them scrubs but somebody grandmama. But we'll see how it goes. And I love you, Kempire. Bye.
I'm not saying I would wear them, but I didn't think they looked bad. I mean, I wish we had a comparison to Angel scrubs because we didn't get to see Angel scrubs because she was too busy trying to have a moment. Angel, that was stupid. I'm sorry. Damn. Lovely. I didn't say I would wear them. Lord have mercy. All right. Guys, we're almost at 600 likes. I'm going to drop the call link once we get to 600. We have Demi backstage. Demi, what did you want to share?
Speaking of scrubs, I actually went on her Angel site to see the scrubs because I'm like, because I like what Jackie had on when she was talking to Toya. I loved what she had. It was really cute on her. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to see what Angel had. I'm not in that medical field, but I did like she had these like cargo, like the top of it had like a cargo pocket look. It was really cute. Mm. But to your point, she was busy trying to have a moment. So we never got to really see anything. But also, this is not the first time that Jackie's brought up having the scrub line. She's brought it up before, another season, but we never actually saw it. I'm sorry, I don't remember what season it was or what episode, but she definitely mentioned it before. Don't remember which one.
But she never.
Because I was like,
she never did anything with it.
Never did anything with it, but she still had the idea. So for Angel to come on, it's kind of like, it's not saying you can't have two of the same idea, but it's interesting how they kind of highlight Jackie more because, anyway, she's a fan favorite. That's not really why I'm initially calling. I was calling because I love that Quad did say that she should have froze her eggs when she was younger. For me, well, I don't want kids, we're not doing that, but for me, having like a couple friends that are a little younger that want to be moms, they're really basing it off of, can I finish just one thought? Mm-hmm. They're really basing it off of what man they find. they're not really seeing it as like, oh, well, I know I want to be a mom, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do so I can be a mom when I'm 40 and more established, that I will have made this choice before and I can now have a child. So it's nice to kind of hear her say to the younger audience that I should have frozen my eggs. That was all I wanted to say.
All right, thanks, Timmy. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Carmela says, Kempire, side note, would you do a recap on the America's Next Top Model documentary? You may have missed it. When we were live earlier, I did talk a little bit. I didn't talk about the documentary, but I did say at some point this week I will do a recap. I just can't pinpoint the day because I have a busy week, but I will be watching it and I will be recapping it. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are on. Make sure you're following me everywhere so when I do announce when we are going to recap it. Okay? All right. So I went to Angel's website. I mean, I like the things that she's offering here. I will say that. She definitely offers more options in regards to styles. I didn't compare. I mean, she definitely has more styles than Jackie's. And she's the model for most of them. The guy she has here, this doesn't even look like scrubs to me, the one that this guy is wearing. But again, I think she just dropped the ball. Her website's not that great. No, it's not bad, but it's not great. I'm just like maneuvering it right now. It's not bad though. Okay, the price point in comparison to Dr. Jackie's, let's see. Dr. Jackie's a little bit more affordable. A little bit. No, let me see, because I'm looking at different styles. No, it's about the same. It's about the same. They don't look bad. But okay. Look, you can support both. You can get one scrub from one person, another scrub from another person. And she's had this business for a long time. Again, I think she dropped the ball with how she highlighted it on Married to Medicine. But that's me. All right, let me get to the rest of our callers. Keith is backstage. Keith, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire.
Hey.
So I just wanted to also, I wanted to bring up the fact that my parents were foster parents when I was much younger. Now, I was like 5 years old when they brought this guy in, and it wasn't through an actual agency. It was a family friend. And the reason why my parents actually said they would never do it again is because the boy, he was, I believe, 14, but he stole $15,000 from my parents. Like, he used up my parents' credit card. It was a lot. Now, I don't remember the full situation. I was only 5, but based off what my parents said, it was a lot going on. But also, I just want to say that's not obviously going to be the case for every foster child. This is not me trying to say you shouldn't foster a child. I'm just saying my parents' experience. But also, I just wanted to say, with Heavenly, that speech that she was giving up on the boat, it was quite sad because I feel like I've seen better speeches come from kids running for class president, and she's supposed to be running for Congress or Senate. I mean, it's okay, I guess, but hey, we voted for worse, right? Well, not me.
I'm about to say, like, really?
Not me, but people voted for worse. Let me make it clear. But yeah, that's really about it. And also, one last thing, the only time I will actually vote for Heavenly is if we voting for her off this show. Ooh. That's it.
Thanks, Keith. Someone asked about the sizes. I will say this, Dr. Jackie has more sizes than Life Angels by Angel Love. Based on a couple of the looks, they only go up to extra large, not extra large. I don't know. I'm just saying. Let me see. Hey, look, and some of them only go up to large. Damn. So Angel Love ain't here for y'all. Just let me look at the men's options. Let's see if the men have. Oh, wait, hold on. The men go up to extra large and 2X large. Sexist. Look, sexist. Okay. All right. Let me. I'm gonna drop the call-in link just because I'm feeling generous, and also I don't want to wait around. But keep liking the video, guys. Let's get to 600 likes. Thank you so much, Miss V Thomas, for the super chat. Miss V says there's sides of the coin. Toya will do a better job than Contessa with managing a party budget. but Heavenly is right about those taxes. Yeah, I can see it. Look, I can see it. All right. Let me bring up Toya next. Toya, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire, can you hear me?
Yeah, are you still out?
Yes. I'm driving now,
Oh,
but
okay.
StreamYard's been giving me issues. I wanted to say, when the husbands were talking about Toya supporting Dr. Heavenly and attending her event, my thing is, Dr. Eugene, Toya was not being genuine. Like, she just went to the event because it was a filmed event for the show. She would not have gone if it wasn't a filmed event. And also, sometimes people will go under, the ruse of I'm going to support, but they just going to get the tea so they can talk ish. And that's what Toya did. So, like, when he was sitting there, like, well, at least she attended. That man going to defend his wife, even when she's not a person that he needs to be defending. And with Quad and King, the signs are just always there. Like that, I understand he want to make a joke and lighten the mood, but those are not the things that you say. Let's not make jokes about babies. Like, not cool.
No.
And with Toya, you shouldn't have to host an event for you to care about the event. How come you didn't care about the event before? The Met Gala. How come you didn't care before? But now that you're in charge, it matters. I'm with Quad on it. Pay her in the event and don't attend or something.
All right. Thanks so much, Toya.
Thanks, Kempire.
Take care. Yeah, let's do some of your comments. Ooh, Burgundy Bray says Jackie Scrubs wear that, I guess the scrubs that Jackie wears is hideous, outdated. Latifa says $118 for scrubs, please. I know y'all seen this. I do say the price point is $38 to $118. That's for Dr. Jackie's scrubs. K-Baby says Angel is tripping. Gotta get those plus sizes in, honey. Yeah, because the people that are going to be buying your stuff, like everyday people, are going to want bigger sizes. Let's be clear. So I don't know. Again, she never even highlighted it on the show, barely. All right, let me bring up Ashley next. Ashley, what did you want to share? Ashley, you're muted.
Hi, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you, so if you can hear me, just nod your head. Okay, good. So since you can hear me, I had a few points. Number one, first and foremost, I think that Dr. Damon and Dr. Eugene are going to get into it. I have been noticing how Dr. Damon has been saying little stuff all season in defense of Heavenly, which, is his wife. But also, I think Dr. Eugene is getting tired of it. And I think it's really weird how for the last 2 seasons, it seems like everybody is kissing Quad's butt. And it's just weird to me. I'm kind of over it. Like, contestant sympathy tears were just outrageous. And lastly, as far as Dr. Jackie, I really love her scrubs. I think they're cute. I think Dr. Jackie dress is really nice. And so I love that she has a scrub line. And Kempire, I know you can agree. Bring back Audra, bring back Mariah, and you would have the perfect mix once you get rid of Angel and what's the other girl's name? Brandy. Yeah. You get rid of Angel and Brandy and bring back Mariah and Audra. Perfect mix. So love you. Thank you.
Hi, Ashley. I disagree. I think Brandy actually has been a good addition. I think they should keep Brandy. I wouldn't miss what's her name? Angel. I can't think of her name. But y'all already know I've been saying bring back Audra for the longest, but they don't listen to me. It's fine. Okay. Let me say thank you. Hey, it's Danielle. Where you been? Danielle says, hey, Kempire, it's been a while. Do you miss me? Speaking for someone who lives in scrubs, both are nice. Angel has more options. It gets boring when you wear the same thing all the time. Yeah, I can imagine. Bernice, thank you so much for another super chat. Bernice says, Kempire, a note. Extra, extra large is not plus size. Extra, extra large, 1X to 5X. Well, there you go. So she doesn't have plus sizes. So go after Dr. Jackie. Okay, go after Dr. Jackie. All right, Mara's backstage. Mara, what did you want to share about Married to Medicine?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm okay. A quick one. Why is it that Dr. Jackie always likes to play holier than thou? She did say that shit about Toya being difficult to work with, but I think she's so fixated on her image, whereby she's called out in public, she feigns ignorance or she doesn't remember. As for, I really can feel, I can sympathize with Quad, matters her journey with IVF, but didn't Simone, a few seasons back, sat her down and told her to freeze her eggs early because she would struggle in the future? Yeah. So would I be wrong if I didn't really feel sorry for her? She was advised, or is it because it was coming from Simone?
I mean, she brought up in this episode that she says she feels stupid because Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone had told her to do it.
It's not about her. She is actually stupid because if
come on, Mara, come on.
She won't be crying right now, and it's a blessing in disguise because I don't think having a child with somebody who is not really that into you as king, it will have been also difficult, co-parenting. So I think it's a blessing in a way, because that man is not ready to have a baby with Quiet. Sorry.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome. Yeah.
All right. Kendra, well, y'all want to hear something? Kendra says, hand of applause for you today. Kempire 2, Wire 15. Well, I did end up changing the mechanism that I've been telling you I need to change. I did end up changing it over the weekend, but I wasn't saying anything. I wanted to see if that really was the piece or was it another piece that was connected to that piece. But you're right. 2 live shows today and not an issue with The Wire. Well, I have to have futuristic vision because if I do any sort of collaborations, if I do, if I'm going to be featured on anything, I was like, I can't be freezing. So then there's that. All right. So thank you so much for the super chat. So I did change that. The Wire. Miss V, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss V says, I want them to have a pharmacist and let it be me so I can get rid of my student loans. I know that's right, Miss V. You live in Atlanta, Miss V? Just saying. That's y'all reacting to. Yes, everyone's happy. Y'all are a mess. Let's just hope it's still, because look, things can still happen. This is technology, so anything can happen. Because you remember a couple of weeks ago, it was my other board here that froze, which caused things to have an issue. So Mercury retrograde is right around the corner, but yes, all right. Right, I hope y'all keep count. Way of Keith says 14 more lives and you'll be in the lead. You know what? This is why I can't stand a Virgo. Okay? All right. Oh, wait, hold on. Satra says, I thought I saw a man over Quad's house. I thought he was a boyfriend or dating. Where? On her socials? Okay. All right, let me bring up Stephanie. Stephanie will be our last caller. Stephanie, what did you want to share?
Hi, this is my first time.
Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's my first time being on here, so I've been following you for a long time.
Thank you.
I've been a foster parent. Well, I was a foster parent. Now I actually adopted my 2 nephews.
Oh.
And so yes, we did the foster parent thing. It's a lot, but it's worth it. I don't have any children. Do I want some more children? No, I don't. I'm good. I am good. I'm 43 years old. I'm all right.
I know that's right.
But other than that, it's a process doing from foster adoption, but it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for calling for the very first time and sharing that. I think it's important to hear. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you too.
Take care. And if you're part of the replay crew and you have a story about foster care or adoption, please feel free to share it, because I definitely think that's an important conversation to have, because I feel like we're always, especially we're talking on Beverly Hills with Bozema St. John, and now Quad on Married to Medicine. Yes, IVF, whatever you want to do with your body, your money, fine. But I also think we should also continue to talk about adoption and that being a route as well, and what that looks like. I know I'm giving Quad a storyline idea, so don't be surprised if we see that be the storyline next season. But if she ends up adopting a child, good for the child, right? A loving home? Come on. All right. Oh, I didn't see that, Storm. She says, Kempire, I forgot to mention how disrespectful Toya was on her interview with Carlos King. Towards Eugene? I only saw clips. We talked a little bit about some of the clips. I didn't see the full interview. A boo on the last show last season. Really? I don't remember that, because King was on the last season. I don't know. All right. Thank you guys so much for over 637 likes. We appreciate you. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to our King's Guards for holding us down. Don't forget, guys, new merch is now available, including our Are You Okay merch, cups, the mugs that you've been asking for, travel mugs, all that's now available. We also have our live show happening here in New York City on Friday, March 13th. Tria Faizan from the What Else Is Going On podcast is going to be our hostess with the mostest. So she'll be spilling her own tea in regards to some of the things that she knows that's going down there in the DMV. So make sure you get your tickets today. All right. In-person tickets are available. Meet and greet tickets are available. And live stream tickets. So if you are anywhere in the world, you'll be able to be a part and keep the show for 1 week after, but you have to buy your ticket beforehand. All right. Ticket information will be available in the description. I will see you all on March 13th. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you with the replay crew in the comment section. Everyone have a great rest of your day, and I'm going to go, hopefully today, start watching the America's Next Top Model episodes on Netflix. But I will be going live on TikTok this evening to talk about Married to Medicine, but also talk about RHOP. So make sure you follow me on TikTok at TheKempire on TikTok. All right, y'all. All right. Thank you guys so much for the super chats, the Venmos, the Cash Apps, all of it. Shout out to our new subscribers. If you're new here, let us know. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Don't forget to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for more information on the podcast, head on over to KempireRadio.com.